Well, hello everyone, I'm UrielLocke, and this is going to be a video about annual releases. And considering all the games that are actually annually released now, I have to actually look at the market and be like, is it oversaturated with these specific games? Does it detract from the development of other IPs, or does it take away from the ideas of the developers themselves? As a gamer, I enjoy playing games that come out annually. I've basically played every Call of Duty game there is, and I've played quite a few of the Assassin's Creed games, but not all of them. So, looking at those aspects of things, with companies that just want to basically print money by selling either broken games or selling games that are just, half done, and then there's a paywall there for downloadable content or the season pass or what have you, is it really worth it as a gamer to buy a game that comes out annually? Or do you want to actually spend the money a little bit later on the game when it's the Game of the Year edition and you automatically have the downloadable content? Is it worth it to take the ideas of the developers and be like, oh, well, you only have a year to make this game? And then destroy the fact that, this can't be in the game because you only have the year. You can't do this with this game because you can't move forward in it. You have to do this. And as a gamer, I have to look at it and go, well, do these skins change enough? Does the gameplay change enough in order to warrant me buying a $60 game every year of the same franchise? Or do I go over and just buy a game that comes out every 3 to 4 years that's better and almost guaranteed to be worth it in the long run? And I do apologize about the issues with my computer. It's running really weird. I need to get a new graphics card because I have a new processor and RAM, but my graphics card can't really handle everything, so there's that. Back to the topic at hand. Gaming is more than just multiplayer as well. And the main thing that I actually enjoy about games that are annually is the single player. Because you get to experience what you don't really get to experience in the multiplayer. There's certain aspects of things, like you have the ability in Advanced Warfare with your armor upgrade thing. I don't even remember what they call it. It's been so long since I've played this game. But with that, you have the ability to do specific things. And in the single player, I feel that it's more impactful than it is in the multiplayer. So, like, when you do something cool for the first time in the single player, it means more than it does when you do it in multiplayer. And the aspect where there's games just coming out and it's just rehashed same crap of the last game, is it worth it? Like, the movement is a little different. The ability to, call in different things or do this or do that, is it enough to warrant the new $60? Is it enough that it's this way or that? Do you, as a gamer, only buy specific games of a series by a specific company, like with Infinity Ward, Treyarch, and Sledgehammer? Do you only play the Black Ops games? Do you only play the Infinity Ward games? Do you only play the Sledgehammer games, even though Advanced Warfare is the only one they came out with so far? But do you only do those things? Do you follow a series through with one company and then not touch the others? There's so many different variations of things that, as a gamer, I'm like, okay, if I only play Fallout 4, but, I don't want to play Fallout 1 or 2, then do I understand the story? Do I know how everything works? If I only play Diablo 4 or whatnot, but I don't play Diablo 1 or 2, so I have no idea what's going on, I'm just killing Diablo. You look at all these different games, and the story normally continues in the company's franchise. So, for instance, with Black Ops, you have Black Ops 1 and 2. They continue the story. You have Modern Warfare 1, 2, and 3, and then I think Ghosts is actually part of that as well. But you have all those, and they continue the story. do you only play certain certain games out of that? Do you only play certain games from each franchise? It's a question that actually hits me kind of hard, because I'm like, okay, I've played Diablo 1 and 2, but I haven't played 3 yet. So, you know, I'm just like that. I don't have the money right now. But do I play StarCraft 2, or do I just play StarCraft 1? Do I go and play Age of Empire 3, or do I play the first one? It's, as a gamer, I don't even understand why there's so many of the same thing over and over and over and over again. I mean, I get it. You want money, but to me, I don't know if it's actually worth it just to be able to wall run. I'm referring to Black Ops 3, by the way. It's basically the same thing as Advanced Warfare. I just wall run, better graphics, and, you know, better skins. Okay, new guns. Okay, that's cool. Now, I'm not trying to bash Treyarch or Activision or any of that, but this is just a Call of Duty game, so that's why I'm using Call of Duty references. I just don't know if it's actually worth it, because looking at every single one of the first-person shooters I've played in the last, oh, I don't even know, 5 years, 10 years, they're all basically the same. They're all basically the same. And there's a lot of instances where I'm sitting here going, I'm playing Call of Duty. The only thing different is it's in the future, or it's in the past, or it's modern day, or it's left or it's right. There's not much variation except for the story. And that's basically the only reason why I prefer to play these games, is for the story. And I understand storytelling is a huge part of video games, and I applaud every single individual who comes up with the storylines for every single one of the first-person shooters that I've played. And I'm going to play, because that gets me to play the multiplayer. But with multiplayer becoming the norm, and single-player becoming not so much the norm, why are we doing it this way? Why is it that everything's competitive? Yeah, don't get me wrong, I know gamers are competitive, but how competitive is the real question. I've been playing games for a very long time, and I used to go play Unreal Tournament 2K4, and it was amazing, and my friend and I used to just go rage on things, and we'd take on the whole area that we were at, and everything, because we had a local game place where you can play games on the computer for like a fee. But having it to where, yeah, you're going to be going up against everybody. Yeah, it's going to be competitive. But at the same time, like, there's some people that are just like competitive. But there's more to video games than competitive. I mean, there's people that just play video games for the story. And yeah, I play for both. I really do. But I enjoy a good story. I enjoy the hero's journey. I enjoy that whole motif of things, of seeing a character grow from what they were to what they are now, and it shows in-game how things progress, and not having the ability to do that in multiplayer, except for achievements and kills and different weapons and everything, it kind of detracts, in my opinion, because, yeah, I could play with the first gun, and I could be really good with the first gun, and then I can get a second gun, and then I'm like, well, why do I have the second gun? I'm not even good with it. And I actually did that in one of the Call of Duty series. I got like the third assault rifle and just stuck with it because I loved it. And then everything else afterwards, I was like, yeah, screw it, I don't need it. Why is it that I need to play this with this gun? Why do I need to gold this gun? Why do I need to gold everything? Why do I need to prestige and start all over again? I mean, yeah, that's cool and all. Like, you get like ranked up and everything. You get to show the world, but in the end, what is it worth if the game is just the same game you played last year? Annual game releases are something that confound me as a gamer. Because, as a gamer, I enjoy video games. I enjoy playing them. I enjoy the emotional attachment I've had to video games before. Just because they elicit evoke certain emotions, and certain things happen when certain characters die in a video game, and you're just like, oh no, that character died, no! You pull the whole Darth Vader / Luke Skywalker when you're screaming no, because that was one of your favorite characters or whatever, and they died. So you're sitting there going, well, what the fuck do I do here? Do I just pretend that this is just the same old crap and I just go through and play? I guess I'm just trying to understand how annual video games are a good thing, besides giving companies a lot of money. Because giving companies a lot of money keeps them running. But if what you're paying for isn't worth the money, why pay for it? Why exactly would we want to, in a sense, give them money for something that's broken? Would you go, buy a house if it's missing a roof? Would you go buy half a hamburger? Would you go buy a hamburger without bun or meat or, the main part of whatever your favorite part of a hamburger is? Would you buy a hot dog without mustard? Or would you buy it without the bun or without the hot dog at all? That's basically my viewpoint on games that are released annually if it's not done right. And my personal opinion that Activision does it right with the separation of different companies making the game. And I appreciate that because the games are actually usually pretty solid. The games are usually there and ready to be played. But there's some games that just come out and you're like, why is this annual? I've been playing NFL 2K whatever for this long, and oh wait, the new 2K75 just came out, so I need to go buy that. But what's the difference? Nothing, my friend. Nothing. FIFA. Don't even get me started on sports games. Because sports games are the worst culprit of this. Because all they do is better graphics. Or, give you the ability to see it rain. Or see footprints in the grass or whatever. Yes, these games are part of our gaming history, and I understand that they need to be made. But is it worth it to pay $60 every year for the same damn thing? Because I don't really know. Like, there's certain games with stories and everything that I would pay that money for. But there's other games that are just shipped broken or have a paywall behind, are stuck behind a paywall for all the DLC. Like, you don't get half the game, which I've seen happen many, many a time. And I just have to scratch my head and be like, what? How did that happen? How did this even leave the company? How did this become a good idea? Why is it that this company has the ability to make idiots of us, and we buy it every year, only to be shown next year that we're just as gullible as we were last year? I'm UrielLocke. This has been a video. This is Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. And please like, subscribe, and share my videos, because, everything helps. And I look forward to seeing you guys in the next one. So keep watching, because you never know what I'm going to do next.